Welcome to ProjectME, the podcast. I'm your host, Tiffany Carter, the founder of ProjectME, multi-millionaire entrepreneur, former TV newscaster, money-making expert, female empowerment speaker, and self-proclaimed office supply addict. My mission is to take the mystery out of making big money. Every week on ProjectME, the podcast, I'll share success tips, strategies, and stories from other entrepreneurs, experts, and millionaires, showing you exactly how you can achieve your most exceptional life. Now let's get to it. Exciting announcement for all of my listeners. I've officially opened my exclusive group, the ProjectME Passive Income Posse, to the public. This group is by application only, so we can keep the group high vibe and spend our time, energy, and expertise only helping those of you who truly want massive success and impact. You get live weekly trainings from me, special guest coaches, and direct access to me and my business partner for all of your questions. To learn more and apply, go to projectmewithtiffany.com, click on Work With Me, and select ProjectME Posse. And of course, any questions, feel free to DM me at ProjectME with Tiffany. Welcome to ProjectME with Tiffany Carter, the podcast and posse. I'm your host, Tiffany, and today I am going to share with you the top questions from all of you listeners over the last year and several months since this podcast has started. And I'm going to answer all of them for you. Some of them are quite funny, but they are all our top questions. So anytime we get a question, whether it's in my DMs and through my website, you can actually leave like a voicemail question. We also have like a Q&A section on the website as well. And we store all of these and we go through them to find some of the most common questions. And I use those questions to create episodes for you guys. So it's awesome when you reach out and especially DM me on Instagram at ProjectME with Tiffany. That's the way you can get the most direct access to me and the quickest response. Along with, if you were in my secret posse, that is my email list. If you ask us a question through the email list, you will also get a very fast response. Those are the only two places that you get true direct access to me, where I read every single word and I'm the person who's replying, not someone on my team. Not that there's anything wrong when they reply, but typically I know myself, if I'm asking someone a question that I respect, that I trust online, I want the reply coming from them, not from someone on their team. If you want to get in on the secret posse, all you have to do is go into my bio on Instagram at ProjectME with Tiffany, and you can put in, go to the link where it says join my secret posse. So that's the easiest way, or you can just DM me and I will reply with the link for you. That's also where you're going to get weekly mindset exercises, around money mindset, abundance mindset. You're going to get strategy tips, stories, and incredible memes and GIFs to make you laugh, because let's face it, most emails are boring AF and I don't do anything basic or boring. So if anything, it's going to make you laugh. All right, let's get into these questions. I've put them all on my phone. And these are like verbatim from actual listeners. Okay, question number 1. How did you make all of your money? I get this all the time. And it's like, hello, do you not listen to the show? But I've never really straight up answered that, probably within this podcast, but on other people's podcasts I have. So I will answer it as short as I can. So I was in corporate America, as many of you know. I was in the pharmaceutical industry and climbed that corporate ladder and hit that glass ceiling a million times. I was awful at sales at first, awful, almost got fired. And believe me, they will fire your ass in corporate America if you're not making your numbers. But I didn't want to get fired and I needed money. So I kept at it, and I made it my mission, and I ended up getting really good at it. When you're really good at sales, whether you have your own business, you're in network marketing, affiliate marketing, you have a corporate job, you will never not make money in your entire life. And you know who actually taught me this? And those of you who are longtime listeners will be surprised, but I've got to give her credit. As much as, there's a lot of shit with my mom, my mom's an entrepreneur herself. My mom went to Harvard. In fact, she was one of the first female graduates of Harvard Business School. Fun fact. But she always said that if you know how to sell and how to market, whether it is for, products you create for yourself or for, another company or someone else's products, you will never not have a job. You will never be without money. And she is 1,000% right. However, I have a very different personality than hers. She is a narcissist after all, and is an extreme extrovert. I was always, shy, introverted, highly sensitive. I didn't want to bother anyone. I could only sell things I truly, truly believed in. If I wasn't passionate about it, I couldn't sell it. That's still for sure true to this day. So I really had to work hard, and I had to get proper training from some of the best in the business to get good. And I not only got good, I got great. And now I'm teaching all of you exactly how to do it with my emotional based sales techniques. So I made a lot of money even in corporate America. It wasn't like what a lot of people share of, oh, I quit my corporate job. I wasn't making much money. I was miserable. I was making great money. I was at the top of my game, but my soul was slowly dying. I was not, I didn't feel I was making really any impact on people. And I knew if I wanted to make impact and do more, I needed to go off on my own. Also, there's a certain ceiling. You could only make so much, even though they tell you, especially if you're in sales, even if they tell you it's not capped, there's creative ways of capping it. That's a story for another time. All of my salespeople who are listening, or former salespeople, you should take a screenshot right now and tag me and say, former salesperson here, or current sales rep here, because I know you guys know what I'm saying. It's like, we'll inflate your goals and then it's harder to reach them. And therefore you won't be able to make what you made last year. Just saying. Okay. So I did really well at that. When I say really well, I'm saying, for sure, I didn't always touch 200,000, but I did touch it, but that was before taxes, right? But 100,000 for sure, 150 for sure, 170, 180, 200, and so on. And then there were a lot of bonuses and stuff like that. So I saved that money, but for those of you who have heard an episode around this, by the time I was 30 years old, within 3 months, I lost $1 million. So I was an excellent saver. I saved, I reinvested. I saved, I reinvested. I had $1 million by the time I was 30. For reasons, if you're curious, you can go find that episode and listen to it. But I lost almost all of it, all the money I had saved and worked so hard for by the time I was 30, within 3 months. So I had to start all over again, which was not fun. But you know what? That happens. I don't know any people who are highly successful, multimillionaires, billionaires, who haven't had to start from scratch again. So I made my money with my other company, which is TLC Enterprises. I still have the company. That's my 7-figure business. It is doing marketing, both traditional and digital marketing, for pharmaceutical, medical, and supplement companies. So doctors, physician groups, pharmaceutical companies, vitamins, supplements, those kind of things. I also make my money teaching sales. So I get paid a lot of money to go and do corporate speaking gigs and help their sales team sell more, help people develop more sales confidence, because that's usually what the issue is a lack of feeling confident, worrying about bothering people, that kind of thing. So the mindset behind the whole sales thing, and also my proven emotional-based sales techniques and strategies that are responsible for making over $100 million in sales transactions to date. So I make money doing that. So paid speaking gigs, having corporate clients for my other company where I have, monthly, regular, big retainers for these people, big deliverables, doing Facebook ads, creating multiple blogs, websites, microsites, email lists, contests, giveaways, you name it. That's what we do. Many social media pages, influencer campaigns, yada, yada, yada. Okay. And then in comes about, I would say, a year and a half ago, I wanted to create a brand that was really my passion, which was to inspire and empower and teach all of you beautiful people how to make money doing what you deserve and what you desire. I said that backwards. What you desire and make what you deserve and have it be with ease. Not saying it's easy, but not killing yourself to get it. That is what I was really passionate, and I still am, about teaching all of you guys. And so I created Project Me with Tiffany Carter. Obviously, you're listening to this episode. So I have the podcast, I have my Instagram channel. Right, I have private coaching, I have my group membership program, and now I have launched my signature sales course, Selling with Soul, teaching you how to sell in a way that feels good to you, of integrity. You don't feel sleazy or gross or pushy or annoying. It's how to sell your services or products, your offerings in a way that feels good to you and translates to your ideal client. So how to actually sell the things, how to find the people, how to niche down to a zone where you're going to be profitable, how to package your services, how to price your services, what to do when people tell you they can't afford it, what to do when people tell you they don't have time, what to do when people ghost you, and so on. All of that and more is in Selling with Soul. You guys have 1 day left. That's it. And then the doors close on Selling with Soul. I will not open up Selling with Soul, the course, until much later this year. This is the class of 2020. You want to get into Selling with Soul, you literally have 1 day left. That is it. And likely the next time I launch it, which is going to be many, many, many months from now and much later in the year, it's going to be more expensive. There's also incredible bonuses. If you want to read all about it, read testimonials, all the things, go to projectmewithtiffany.com/selling with soul. projectmewithtiffany.com/selling with soul. If for whatever reason you're driving, multitasking, pooping, whatever, and you can't remember that, you can always DM me on Instagram and I will send you the link right there. But again, this closes on Thursday, the 13th at 11:59 p.m. Pacific time. And then it's done. You will not be able to have access to it again. I don't care if you beg or plead. It will then be closed. So you know you want help and you want to ignite where your business is at. It doesn't matter what you're doing. You're a coach, you're a network marketer, you're a nutritionist, you're a wellness professional, you're a healer, you're an accountant, you're a lawyer, you're a doctor, you do beauty treatments, you do Botox, you do eyelashes, you sell insurance. It doesn't matter. All of this applies. All of it. And you'll see everything on projectmewithtiffany.com/selling with soul. So I just explained to you guys how I make my money. There's multiple streams of income. That is exactly what I teach. I do not depend on one stream. When we depend on one stream, one person, one belief, one thought, one place, one situation, that doesn't end well. So I have multiple streams. I also have a stream that a lot of people don't know about, which is fun that I created this episode because you guys get to learn little new tidbits about me. But I have been doing Facebook ads since they came out, like since when they were highly profitable. I've made a lot of money on that. What I do is I sell affiliate products, so other people's crap. And I've gotten really good at Facebook ads. So I will run ads selling other people's crap and get a cut of it. And I am really good at picking those products. They're usually highly trending products. You've probably seen these ads. One that really did well recently last year, it was a beanie and there's a hole on the top so you can put up your ponytail through it, or you could make high bun life through it. That did really well. Pop sockets for your phone when that was just a thing, or the phone cases that have the ring on the back did very, very well. So those kind of instant grab, they're not expensive products, but when you do the ads well enough, if you're spending, $3, yet you make $5 off every sale. So I'm profiting $2 off every person. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's a very obvious return, but it's a volume play. So that's another stream of income that I do. So any of you guys who have e-commerce stores or interested in e-commerce courses, monetizing your podcast, anything like that, for sure, get into Selling with Soul because I cover it all. All right. Question number 2, are your eyebrows microbladed? If I had $1 for every time someone asked me about the eyebrows, so they are not microbladed. I do not know what my ethnicity is. I have not taken that like 23andMe or those ancestry sites because I'm kind of afraid of getting that puts your information out there publicly. And I'm like afraid there's some like long lost weird relative I'm unaware of that's going to come after me. I'm not quite ready to do that yet, but I truly don't know my ethnicity. I think there's Spanish in there or Greek. A lot of people think I'm Brazilian, and I kind of do too, like half Brazilian. My grandfather, very obvious olive skin, and he had the brows, which is where I got him from. My mom has the brows, and now I have the brows. They're 100% real, so I don't need to be microbladed. I used to get them waxed back in the Britney Spears era. That didn't go well for me. Pencil thin on my face is not cute. I should find a picture for you guys. I get them threaded. In particular, I get them threaded by my favorite Indian lady. And that's a very different technique they use in India than they use in the Middle East. In India, they use cotton thread. So it's much softer and nicer on your skin. Highly recommend it, but it is painful as fuck. All right. Next question. I want to create a business, but not sure where to even begin. Where should I start? I get this question. Obviously, I get all these all the time, but I get this question so much, and it blows my mind because there's not a catch-all answer, you guys. It's like, what kind of business? Who's your ideal client? Is this a brick and mortar business? Is this an online business? Is this an e-commerce business? Is it network marketing? Is it affiliate marketing? I mean, there's so many follow-up questions I have. So my answer is going to be a little generic because it's not enough information for me. But number one, I'd say this. When you guys reach out and ask questions to me, which I love, and I still do spend 2 hours every single day, 7 days a week in my DMs on Instagram at ProjectME with Tiffany, answering your questions and connecting with all of you. That is still true even all these months later. So when you guys do ask me a question like this, it would really help me if you could be more specific. You're not annoying me. It's not going to be too long of a message. I know some of you are shy about that. A lot of you leave longer messages. I notice always apologize. It's helpful to me when you give me details because then I can help you back in the best way possible. Here's the thing. You want to create a business? Everything starts with who is the person you are going to help. Who is this person? Who is this man? Who is this woman? Who is this gender neutral? Whatever. Who is this person that you're trying to help, and what are you trying to help them with? What pain are you easing for them? What problem are you solving for them? What is it? And get really specific. And all roads come off of this person, right? If you have a wheel with spokes, the hub of the wheel is your ideal client who you are helping serve. And then all the spokes off of it are, okay, does this person spend time on Instagram? Does this person spend time on YouTube? How does this person like to ingest information? And you make all your decisions based around that person that you are helping, not necessarily about you. That's my best advice. The second thing is to just fucking start. Just start. Don't get stuck in the analysis paralysis and that very tricky self-sabotage path of, I don't know where to begin. I'm confused. I don't know what to do. That's fear in disguise. It makes you feel like you're doing something because you're ruminating over something. So it makes you feel like you're being productive, but you're not getting anywhere. That's why I always say it's kind of like being in a rocking chair. You're moving, but you're going nowhere. All right. Next question. What do I do when potential clients ghost me? Who here has been ghosted? That's fun. We've all been ghosted. Anyone who says they've not been ghosted is not trying hard enough. or is not working with enough people yet. Everyone's going to get ghosted. When someone ghosts you, it is almost always about them. They're self-sabotaging. They're embarrassed because they don't have the money to work with you. They're afraid of the commitment because they're not ready to commit for themselves. So do your best to not take it personal. I've been ghosted, and then they're dead to me. And I really mean that, unless God forbid, there was an emergency and that's why that happened. My first thing is, when I get ghosted, is I really hope that person is safe and okay, like, and isn't in some car accident or something like that. And the second thing is, if there was an emergency situation, and they really truly want to work with me or connect with me, they would absolutely reach out and let me know of such. And if not, I let them go, and they are never allowed to reschedule with me again. And it's very clear. I even have that in writing when people book with me. It's done for the end of time, because that's a lack of respect. Really, what it shows is a lack of respect and integrity for yourself. And therefore, it's a lack of respect and integrity with me. And I don't work with people like that. So number one, when someone ghosts you, I do give my clients permission to check in, because you never know, something truly could have happened to somebody, right? Or there could be a complete technical glitch and something happened in the system, or maybe their virtual assistant or someone who works for them completely messed up. So check in with them, whether it's on email, DM, Facebook Messenger, or all three. And if they still don't reply, they're dead to you. I know some other people teach, you should still, check in every once in a while. No, you should not. They're dead to you. And I don't mean like you block them. I'm just saying, like, they're dead to you in the sense of you're moving on, right? You're moving on. We don't chase people who aren't ready. And you know what's funny? Sometimes those people who ghost you, and maybe they've not set up a call and someone sets up a call with me, one of like a goal setting session call or a podcast interview or something, and they ghost me and there was no emergency, they're absolutely dead to me. I don't block them. I bless them. Ooh, that's a really good quote. I should write that down. I don't block you. I bless you. Hold on. We have to write these things down or I forget. I won't block you. I bless you. Oh my God. That is so good. If I promise myself I'll write stuff down that I like, because I tell myself I'll remember, and then I never do. Who else does that? I also do it with the grocery store stuff or Costco. It's like, I absolutely need more paper towels because I will die without a full backup supply. And that is very true. I have to have full backups of paper towels. Well, there's multiple things I need full backups of, but paper towels are very important to me. All right. So with the ghosting thing, I think we covered it, but I go into that in much more detail and give you the exact verbiage inside Selling with Soul and how to handle that, because there is a talent to handling ghosting, because a lot of times those people who ghost you can end up buying from you after they process all their own self-sabotaging shit. It's pretty cool. I've actually had some of my most profound clients who've had just growth and tremendous success have been from people who kind of did a semi-ghost thing with me online. Really interesting. All right, next question. What is this? Oh, okay. How do I know if I'm niched enough or if my niche is profitable? Oh, okay. This is a fantastic question. Well, I would say this, 100% of the people that I've coached, so private coaching, I've coached over 1,500 people, group coaching, thousands and thousands. Anytime someone has said what their niche is, or I ask them what their niche is, they're never niched enough. I've never had someone where I'm like, wow, you really nailed it. That's it. I don't remember. I don't think that's ever happened. So my guess is you likely aren't niched enough because you're afraid if you niche down too much, you're going to exclude people because you're, one, very caring and you want to help and heal people. Or number two, you're afraid if you niche too much, then you won't make money because you're not open up to enough people. If you don't niche enough, you will not make money. You can't get rich unless you niche. Hear me. You can't get rich unless you niche. Hence why, also in Selling with Soul, I teach you how to find your niche, how to determine if it's a profitable niche, and go for it and be done with it once and for all. All right, next question. My Instagram is so slow to grow, and so is my email list. How did you grow yours so quickly? Well, what do you guys think is quickly? Because I've had my Instagram that started at 0. Technically, and you can scroll all the way down and see when I started it. Technically, it was started 2 years ago, but I was just putting up some quotes. I wasn't really even trying to grow it. I was just putting up some quotes. It was more for myself. So I didn't truly put 100% focused effort into it until a year and a half ago. So it's taken a year and a half, would be a focused effort, 7 days a week. Truly 7 days a week, constant, always there. And here's the thing. I believe it grew so quickly. Number 1, consistency. Number 2, this is where my ideal client hangs out. Number 3, I freaking love spending time in this platform. I genuinely love Instagram, and it shows. And when you genuinely love doing something, especially when it's something you're doing for free and there's a lot of sweat equity, you end up having great results. I like coming up with amazing content for you guys that's educational, enlightening, and entertaining. It's truly fun for me, and I really feel like that is why. But I've also put in the nitty-gritty work, and I have some great podcast episodes that teach how to grow your following, and there is a strategy to it that goes beyond being consistent and posting good shit. You actually have to go out and talk to people. And it is a tedious part of it. And like most things, successful people do what unsuccessful people aren't willing to do consistently. And that is the main difference. So for sure, go look for those episodes because it's spelled out. There's 2 specific episodes that talk about Instagram, and it is spelled out very clear what to do. And if you do it, it will work. But most people won't put in that time and effort. They just want it to freaking appear. Doesn't work that way. Unless, of course, you decide you're going to wear thongs, prance around on a beach, and go down that path. You'll get a lot of thirsty boys and thirsty people following you, but they don't buy from you. All right. Let's see, what else do we have here? Where do I find more of my ideal clients? Again, that's another one of those vague questions I get that'd be very helpful if I had more information. Do you own a restaurant? Are you a doctor? Are you an accountant? Are you someone who does massage? Are you a Reiki healer? I need a little more information. But I do teach my strategy on how to find more of your ideal clients online inside Selling with Soul. So I do share my best practices that have worked for me and my clients. So that is covered in there. But I would say this, ask yourself the question, where does my ideal client like to hang out? How does my ideal client like to absorb information? Is he or she a video watcher? Is he or she someone who's more visual? Is he or she a reader? Is he, you need to find out all these things about your ideal client. Are they someone who has a lot of time on their hands, little time on their hands? And ask yourself, where do you spend your time? Because like attracts like. So where do you spend your time? And chances are, where you like spending your time, your ideal client lives in there. I feel like I'm annoying my audience when I talk about my business all the time. How much should I be talking about it? You're never talking about your business, your services, your offerings enough. You're never talking about it enough. You're sick of hearing yourself because you're having to talk about it so much. I get sick of hearing myself too. Between podcasting, coaching, public speaking, doing Instagram stories, going on lives, doing a live webinar. I get tired of hearing myself too, but you have to remember, Online, only 3 to 4% of people are seeing your stuff at any given time. And the likelihood that those are the same 3 to 4% of people is slim. You'll maybe there's like probably a pocket of 15 to 25 people who, follow all your shit along with your Aunt Susie, right? And yeah, they're going to see it all the time, but none of those people have unfollowed me. No one is sick of it. But if you're sick of it, you will then end up showing up and be awkward and weird or not show up as much. And then you won't be able to sell anything anyway. Last time I checked, whether you have a physical business or you have an online business or you have both, it's a business. It is not a hobby. So if you are being weird about showing up and selling and marketing and promoting your services, your products, your offerings, you have a jobby, which is a very expensive hobby. You do not have a business. To have a business, you have to sell, you have to market, you have to promote in order for the people to know how you can help them. Where can they access this stuff? Why would they need it? What can you help them with? How much does it cost? You have to be putting that out there over and over and over again. This is why I created Selling with Sold. You guys hear like the repeat message here? This is why I created this. Selling with Soul isn't just any course. It's my signature course for my brand, meaning it is going to be the main focused course of everything that I do. And the reason is this is fundamentally what is needed for you to start and for you to grow your business and be successful. It's everything that's in here. It's the mindset around selling, getting you comfortable selling, getting you to fall in love with selling, getting you to understand how to sell, the nuances of it, what to say, what not to say, how often to say it, how to package your services, how to price your services, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, you guys get my point? All right, next question is, hold on. No one is DMing me. Oh, I see. No one is DMing me interested in having me help them lose weight, but I show up online every day. What am I doing wrong? I know that's so frustrating, isn't it? When we pour our heart and souls out into our content, we're showing up, we're checking all the boxes, we're doing all the right things, and it feels like no one is hearing us, no one is DMing us. How long have you been doing it for is my first question. How long have you truly been all in, zero fucks given doing it for? Let's be really honest. All in. Because remember what I said about my own Instagram. There was a solid 6 months. I wasn't all in. I was just like posting quotes. It was more so like I was just kind of learning Instagram. I didn't know how to use Instagram. I was just learning Instagram and like posting random quotes. They're all still there if you're curious, and go all the way back. You can tell I wasn't all in. I was just learning how hashtag works. I didn't I was messing with all of it. So how long have you truly been all in? I've been all in for 1.5 years. All freaking in. How long have you been all in before you're like kind of whining and saying this? My guess is you've not been truly all in for as long as me. And if you've been all in, 100% pure fire, zero fucks given, I'm concerned that either something is not being conveyed, you're not niched enough, you're not speaking the language of your ideal customer, your content sucks. If you truly feel you've gone all in. And here's the other thing. Are you telling people to DM you? Are you suggesting it, asking it, telling them it? You have to tell the people what to do or they do nothing. Seriously, you have to tell people. It's so noisy out there and in life and inside of our own brains. What do I tell you guys all the time? That I spend 2 hours every single day in my DMs, 7 days a week, answering your questions and connecting with all of you. I say it over and over again. Number one, it's true. Number two, I am telling you and encouraging you and making it safe and comfortable and accessible for you to come DM me and answer questions or just say like, your eyebrows look great today or whatever it is. I want you guys to do that. So I tell you what it is I want you to do. I guide you to it. I suggest it. So are you telling the people to DM you? And especially when you first start or your audience is smaller, you need to tell them to DM you with what? You need to be more specific, because a lot of people are shy, right? And they don't want to be, no one wants to be rejected or feel stupid. And there's also a lot of people out there, like, quote unquote influencers, that will tell you to DM them and then you never hear back. Or worse yet, you get a reply from like their team or some generic reply. That doesn't feel good to anyone. So, some people who've been burned in that way, they don't feel safe. It doesn't feel good. So one way to make people feel more comfortable and encouraging is get on your videos and stories, or do a live video in your Facebook. This applies for Facebook Messenger too. And then do a video talking about something, and then tell them to DM you with, what is your number one question about blank? And then say, DM me with this question with your question, and I will answer it for you. And you can't just say it once, you have to repeat it and have them really feel safe and comfortable that you really are going to go in and answer them. Don't say it if you're not going to do it, and don't say it if you're not going to do it for even 24 hours. That's very rude. Sometimes I get behind on mine, right? Because at this point I'm getting a lot, but it still does not take me weeks and weeks or even a week to get back to people. If I do miss any of your DMs, it is truly, I've missed it. It is not on purpose. It's that it got missed or it got deleted by Instagram or something happened. So then always reach out to me again if you've not heard back from me, because you guys know I do write back. And then the last question is, what is your morning routine? Interesting. Oh, before I go into morning routine, about the DM thing, that is one of the bonuses inside Selling with Soul, is to teach you guys how to convert strangers in the DMs to paying clients. That's one of the big bonus trainings that you get inside the course. Okay. What is my morning routine? I could be asked this like probably every 6 months, and my routine would change a little bit. But some things are pretty much hold true. When my alarm goes off, it's usually not a positive thing I'm thinking. Truly, it's not. I love sleeping. Like, I really do. I've never been a morning person, nor will I probably ever be a morning person. I don't care if there's like money waiting for me. I don't shoot out of bed, even when I was like 12. So my first thought isn't, yay, I get to start the day. It's, oh my God, I want to sleep longer, right? So what I do now is, after I have that thought, and then I usually kind of laugh at myself because it's always that same thought, I do my mantras. So my mantras have been the same now for quite a while, but it's, I am safe, I am secure, I am supported. I am safe, I am secure, I am supported. Because those are my core inner child's needs. And those are the most important things to me at core. So I say that over and over again in a meditation and a visualization that I do. And it's not guided. I do it on my own and have my own personal visualization while I'm lying in bed. Sometimes it is 5 minutes, sometimes it's 25 minutes, sometimes it's 35 minutes of doing this. I get up, I do a full coconut oil situation on my face, obsessed. Any of you guys who've done like any sort of coaching or goal assessment call with me or anything like that have likely seen me slathered and shiny in coconut oil. Make my magical coffee drink, which has so many things in it. It's like MCT oil, vital proteins, stevia. What else does it have? Oh, it has I could tell you it has a healthy creamer in it, but I am trying to use more of like the almond milk creamers, but I also do like the chemical laden creamers. I'm going to be honest. Oh, cinnamon as well. And I stand up at the island in my kitchen And I couldn't even tell you what I do. Sometimes we have a local paper here. I'm like all about a local paper. Like I'm like 90 years old, but I love it. So I'll read like the local paper, or I'll go through some other things, but nothing heavy yet, right? I can't have too much heaviness in the morning. I need to keep everything light. So it's not like I'm diving in deep to something. I'm just waking myself up, and I almost always am working out in the morning. So my health comes first, mental health and physical health. My energy comes first. It's a commitment I made to myself about 3 to 3.5 years ago. So that always takes the priority over anything. Number one priority. So that's my morning routine. It's really that simple. I'll write in the morning. But lately that's not felt like anything that I need to do. I have more so left it for, I wanted free thinking time, just time to daydream, to get creative. And then when things pop up, I want to jot them down, and I allow that free space. But I do not have anything on. I don't have music on, podcasts on. I don't have anything on. It is pure quietness. All of you moms right now are like, that would be nice. And I'm sure the sound of your own children isn't as annoying to you as it is to me. But believe me, having Loke, our dog, he's a cat dog, so you don't even know he's there. He's so quiet. But like Molly is so noisy. It was ridiculous. So the noise of animals, like that doesn't count. But there's no TV. There's no kind of stimulant. I like entering the morning in very calm, peace, and slow. I mean, I'm not joking you. Mike actually like pulls me out of bed on Saturday and Sunday. I mean, he's long gone during the week. He has to like get up, I don't know, some ungodly hour. But in the weekend, he comes and pulls me out of bed. That is how much I love my bed and love sleeping. He actually, now could I get up on my own? I could. But he pulls me out of bed. I could really stay in there all day, but I also know that's not good for my mental health either. I'm sure you guys were not expecting this from my morning routine, but here's the thing. There is no magical morning routine that is responsible for you making a crap ton of money, or for you being successful in your dreams, or finding that great relationship, or getting out of a depression state or an anxiety state. There isn't. It's what feels nurturing and good to you. So just ask yourself the question, what would feel nurturing to me right now? Like, what do I need more of? And then go from there. You don't need to fill your morning with all sorts of things. That's not necessary. Maybe for you, it's just quiet time with a cup of coffee or tea or celery juice and not doing shit. That might be far more productive for you than trying to fill it with all the things. And this is coming from a recovered workaholic. I had to learn that less is more, you guys. Less is more. All right, final call reminding you guys that Selling with Soul closes tomorrow on Thursday, the 13th of February at 11:59 p.m. Pacific time. You will not be able to get access to this course. Period. End of story. For many, many, many months until I launch it again. You are not going to be able to have access to it, and certainly not at this price. This course is something that you have lifetime availability to, including all the bonuses. And then when we add more amazing bonuses year over year, every time we launch it, you get access to all the new stuff too, not just the stuff you got from your first round. So multiple rounds, 5 years from now, you're going to end up with, dozens of incredible bonuses. But even if we took away all the bonuses, the 10 modules are so incredible and cover every single thing that you guys are struggling with. What am I supposed to say online? How do I make content that converts? How do I package my services? How do I price my services? How do I make sure I find a niche that's profitable? Where do I even begin? What do I say when people say they can't afford it? What do I say when people say they don't have time? What do I do when people ghost me? How do I take strangers into paying clients from social media? All of that and more is inside the course. It's really a matter of, are you feeling like it's worth it to you and your mission? Is it worth it to get all of those issues and all of that confusion all made very, very clear? Is that worth it to you to do it and make that investment in yourself and your business and learn from me, someone you trust and you respect and you admire, who's been there and done that successfully, and you like my crazy teaching style with way too many analogies and some F-bombs? If you like that and you know that you just know that's what you need to get you to the next level, you are nuts for not doing this. Even just for the done for you sales scripts, word for word, what to say, you can print these out and use them over and over again. I'm telling you, even just for the sales scripts, it'd be worth paying this just for that, because they convert and they work. These are scripts that I've massaged over many years of what works, little different tweaks here and there. And I decided I wasn't going to put these in the course. These are my gold. This is what is responsible for making me so much money, aside from all the personal development stuff, right? And I wasn't going to include these. And I thought, no, what would a generous, abundant person do? I would include these. Obviously, you can change some words that, are words that you would more so use than how I would speak. But the entire order, the process, and everything is exactly what works. So I look forward to seeing so many of you in the class of 2020 for Selling with Soul. It's projectmewithtiffany.com/selling with soul. projectmewithtiffany.com/selling with soul. Of course, you can DM me anyway and say hi and say, girl, I need that link. I was, I don't remember what it was, and I will drop that link to you. But get in there, take action for yourself, do something. You don't know where to start? This is a place to start. You don't know what to do next? This is what you do. Your shit's not selling. It's not working. It's not clicking. You don't know why. This is what you need to do. Okay? This isn't for everyone. It is only for people who have a product, a service, or offering that they sell. If you do not have a product, service, or offering that you sell, whether it's a product of yours, like a course, a book, a service, or a product or service of someone else's, like network marketing or affiliate marketing, or you're in corporate sales or something like that. If you don't have that, then no, this isn't for you. But if you have something you are selling or something you want to sell, this is 1,000% for you. All right. See you guys in there. Wishing you great health, wealth, and worth as always. And if you loved this episode, go share it on social media. Take a screenshot. Tag me at ProjectME with Tiffany. I love seeing which episode really resonated with you guys and what you found was, entertaining and really helpful. So that helps let me know what you love so I can create more of it. All right. Love you guys. Talk to you soon. If you enjoyed this podcast, please write a 5-star review on iTunes. Not only will this make me super happy, but it will allow more listeners to find our special show. Simply help me help others.